Support for this podcast comes from CDW and Adobe. At CDW, we get your organization can be demanding.
We know you're in there.
I know. The marketing team's outside my office. They want their Adobe update now.
Give us that update.
With Adobe's value incentive plan, deployed by the experts at CDW, you can quickly and easily manage software subscriptions for the whole team.
On Acrobat and Creative Cloud?
All included.
Cool. Guys, I'm coming out. Don't hurt me.
Hey, there he
For a
is.
satisfied digital workforce, you need Adobe and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Adobe.
Introducing Built to Last, a new podcast by American Express. I'm Elaine Welteroth, and I'm excited to host the debut season where we will be deep diving into the stories, history, and continued legacy of small businesses that shape American culture. Through these important conversations, we'll hear how the Black business leaders of our past have inspired today's Black-owned small businesses and communities. Join us for the debut season of Built to Last on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Dan and Ran and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to a Friday episode of Dumb People Town. Population you?
Population Kutner.
Rob Kutner, our good friend. How are you, buddy?
Does anyone answer that question honestly nowadays?
No. You can if you want.
I'm always waiting for somebody to be like, fucking great.
Yeah, I'm good. Rob Kutner is someone that we've collaborated with a bunch. Phenomenal writer. How many years were you at Conan?
9.
9 years on Conan.
Yeah.
What did you think about the news that he's going to go to a weekly variety show on HBO Max?
I'm totally not shocked at all because, you guys know, it's so much work doing those,
Daily Show. Jesus.
Those daily shows. Even the half-hour one they slimmed down to. It's just the startup work and all that stuff. And, having done so long, you could tell that his love was for, the remote stuff, the Conan Without Borders. He just has so much passion for that. And they also spend, you don't know this, but they spend, just a ton of time prepping, and then they spend the whole time there, they spend 10 days straight shooting at those things.
Yep.
The people are exhausted. And then they spend another week editing. So doing that on top of doing the show, it's
a lot. And this will be much closer to that. So it's just cool to hear from
He wants to just
someone.
focus on what he left to do so much and marshal his energies, like the rest of us.
Makes sense.
Well, I'm here for it.
I love that, we can relate this show to you, having been a writer in a writer's room for a long time, for many times. Remember writer's rooms? Remember we weren't doing it all on Zoom, but the writer's room was a place where you'd walk in, and how many times did you walk in? And you can't just literally walk in at 9 a.m. and start writing. It just doesn't work. That doesn't work anywhere.
Someone's always like, did you see this dumb video?
Did you see this thing?
And then there's a 30-minute riff, and they're all right, we got to get back to work.
It kind of gooses the engine a little bit. I mean, am I wrong to say that happens everywhere?
Oh yeah, it's totally. But what's really sad is I was going to say, there's a snapshot of this time is the past few years at the Conan Writers Room. The first 30 minutes were okay, so clause 4 of the Mueller report seems to indicate that. It's
You're let's get to some comedy for Christ's sake.
All these comedy writers became law clerks,
right?
And then when
serious.
Serial came out, there was a whole true crime.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Trend in the writers' room. We had to talk about various true crime things we'd heard of. That gets the juices going, right?
Sure.
Yeah. There's nothing like getting into a comedy bit by talking about evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what's cold? The trail to the punchline.
I
haven't seen that in a while.
Someone put that in a file in a cabinet. All right. Well, we've got some dumb stories. Let me ask you this.
And we're going to talk to you, and we're going to talk about a project
Your
you're
project
working on right now.
coming up. But first things first, let me ask you briefly. Do you think that in this pandemic we've gotten even dumber? Is it possible? Is it possible?
Wow. Can you? Yeah, in a way, because I think the thing is you can't even see the dumbness because everyone's hiding it behind closed doors.
Yeah. So now the dumbness is quarantined although I think it's still out
People, trust me, the good news is the dumb is still happening.
Or it's allowing the people to be I'm not staying in, and then they go out and do the dumb stuff. And then
People have found beautiful new ways to be dumb. Like there's just a flowering, a renaissance. This is the dumb renaissance.
This is the dumb renaissance. And with that, we go to Dan. Our awesome fans send us stories. And the way to do it is to go to on Twitter, just send the story to and tag Daniel Van Kirk and hashtag dumbpeopletown. And that lets us know
in the timeline who gave it first. That's right. So we can give you credit.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
First of all, this was sent in by Groney from the ROC, now in the Falls, at Jake Groney.
Love this dude. Sends in a ton.
Thank you, Jake. Headline is this: pair busted for lewd roadside attraction.
Nope.
Now, does that to me sounds like they set up some sort of like literal like roadside attraction, and people were busted for how gross
so it's like
was?
So
like
to be fair,
fruit.
we did cover this on our podcast as well. I love this story. It's one of my favorites. I was hoping we would do it on this show.
Well, your wish or nightmare came true.
Well, but it's like a fruit stand on the side of the road, or you're selling worms and selling bait on the side of the road. But
right.
Rob, have you ever bought anything from someone on the side of a road?
I've always planned to and never have.
Right.
Like it's like, oh, fresh berries, honey, let's stop. And it's like, no, we're not going to stop. We just got the kids to shut up and
Rob rolls down the window. He's like, do you guys take Apple Pay? Keep going.
No,
just keep
I always
going.
Can I just Venmo you?
I always want to know the story of somebody buying flowers at like a stoplight. Like, was it a moment of convenience? Was it a moment of necessity?
That is always convenience. It's Valentine's Day. You're going to a funeral. I mean, something you're just like, all right, I got to grab this. Am I going to stop at a florist? And then boom, there's someone with a folding table on.
But they tend to. I've heard they tend to cluster at intersections near where infidelity has just occurred.
That's right.
That's a fact.
We heard that
there's a motel just down the road.
We know that this is happening.
I mean, to be fair, there is one in LA very close to that topless maid's van.
Yeah,
like right there on Barham,
which has has a permanent berth there, right?
Yes,
it just seems
100%.
to like.
Here's my question about the topless, and we've talked about this before, but like, that is not going? They're not going to do a good job cleaning. They're just not. That's not what they do. So you're gonna.
It's like, do you want a hip hotel or do you want a good hotel? That's it. What do you want? Because if you want cool music in the elevators, you're going to get like shitty pillows.
I have to disagree because it turns out Swiffer actually has an underbra thing.
It does. Swiffer doesn't.
When they say put it up against the glass, they mean wipe off the fingerprints. That's what they're talking
fair.
The Swiffer wet underbra does do really well, and as far as window cleaning,
that's your sponsor, right? That's your
Swiffer wet underbra. You know it. All right, Dan.
Here we go. As motorists drove past them on Saturday, a Florida couple engaged in a series of sex acts on the side of the road, which you would only know if you didn't keep driving.
Right. So, Rob, you're with your family.
Talk about rubbernecking, right?
Yeah, there you go. Folks. Well, he probably wasn't using a rubber.
That was the only rubber going on.
Raw dog necking doesn't really
work.
Wait, but so a series, is it a mini series or is it a full series? Did they just get picked up for another season? That's what I want to know.
He did the Queen's Gambit of sex moves.
There we go.
But they have one of those like old fashioned like county fair wooden stands.
Balls to Rook 4.
But also the person who knows everything they did, like I said, pulled over. Because otherwise you would have just seen them doing one thing as you drove by. But if you're the guy being like, all right, first they kissed, they kissed for a while, and then he kind of like worked his way around her neck.
Then he did a Cleveland steamer. Then he did a rusty trombone. Right. Then he did a dirty
you could tell there was a lot of trust there.
Series of things.
Look, I wanted to make sure I got all of it down before I called the cop. Before you called the cops?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the thing. The next morning, he came to the stand and he brought her breakfast.
Yeah,
I think it's a classy move.
And flowers from the highway.
And a warm
from the highway.
The lewd display landed them behind bars. According to a felony criminal complaint, many drivers observed Amber Gormley. That's a perfect Johnny Carson character.
Amber Gormley.
Yeah.
She's the Yule Gibbons of drivers.
Amber Gormley and Sean McClellan as they tristed adjacent to the roadway in Largo, a city in the Tampa Bay area.
I want to have a real discussion here. Okay, let's try and figure out why they didn't do it at either their houses or a motel that pays by the hour. Like, what about do you think, Rob, that exhibitionism played a part in it?
No, I think you guys are selling them down the river because, look, they're just being careful about COVID. They're doing it outside.
Sure. Open air.
Unprotected sex, but not droplets of oxygen.
Right. A series of droplets went somewhere else, but not in the...
They might even have gone ass to ass. That way they were both breathing in opposite directions.
Yeah, maybe.
But here's the other thing. Have you... Okay, outside of the Creed concert I went to,
no,
I can only think of one other time I saw public sex. Have you guys seen public sex?
Jay's story is a phenomenal one on a first date in New York.
First date in New York.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I went down to.
It was where Chelsea Piers eventually.
No, it was below that actually.
Okay.
So a little further below Chelsea Piers, and the night was beautiful. And I don't know, I was just walking with this woman, and we just kept walking, and we were having a nice time. And we walked out on this pier, and I thought, okay, this will be a nice place to sit, look back at the city. Maybe if there's a moment to have a kiss, this is like a good place to do it. But like dummy me, we're like out on not like a well lit pier. We're just way out on this pier.
Like any of a number of deals were going.
Yeah,
down.
we could have been killed easily. I mean, it was New York in the 90s,
mid-90s.
So I said, and so I look back at the city with her, and then I start to hear this noise that's coming from really, really close by.
Well, weren't you like, this is so beautiful?
I was like, it's so beautiful. Look, you can see the World Trade Center because it was 90s.
Back in the day.
World Trade Center, Empire State Building, two guys fucking, Chrysler Building, two guys banging, like literally like 4 feet away from us. I'm like, weren't they bothered by us being there? Like,
no.
Oh my God.
That's when you're really in it.
That's as close as I ever have been to other people having sex.
They were the two real Twin Towers, I think.
Only one was up, the other one was down. But it was pretty. It was a pretty
point.
That's as close as I've ever been to other people having sex. It was the weirdest. It was a very odd feeling to
One time
be that
in Chicago,
close to
outside of Chicago's Pizza, like I watched. This was like right after a Cubs game. I watched these two people start fooling around. They went and ordered pizza, and then they went up front and sat there, and then he just started fingering her.
Come on.
It was very consensual.
Damn.
Nothing wrong with a little
Chicago style though, like deep or
It was deep. It was deep. It was deep.
It was Chicago. Rob.
You gotta dig deep to find the need in it.
You do.
Stop it.
You do.
You have to stop.
So warm.
I'm working on the Luminaldi's thing, but I can't quite.
Yeah, there's a
a
luminol.
lube Malnati's.
The lube Malnati.
Thank you.
Dan's lube Malnati joke deserves an at Sklar Brothers.
That or Gino's yeast. We can keep going.
How many fingers did he use? Uno or Due?
Yeah.
Hey, folks.
Not so fresh, brothers. I think we have a Twitter game suddenly. I don't know.
We do. Anybody? When did this become an episode of At Midnight? I need to know.
Exactly.
Points.
You were right, Rob. It says here this all took place in a quote open area location of a busy area where drivers could see them having intercourse. So they went full regalia.
Here's the thing, though. His penis is 6 feet long. So technically,
See, he was following distancing.
He was socially
right.
distancing.
He's
going, Fauci.
Well, I mean, I wonder if they both were wearing masks.
One motorist said he observed McClellan performing oral sex on Amber Gormley, as well as certain penetrative acts. Certain
in her ear?
3?
I don't know.
I don't even understand.
7, I think. That's 7 possible.
Look, that's his act. These are the penetrative acts I do. I don't have anything else. I don't do crowd
Do the
work
new stuff. Do the new stuff.
I don't dance, people.
This next sentence contains something I'm either going to show that I'm ignorant or you're going to also be as perplexed as I am.
Okay.
Following the pair's arrest, McClellan reportedly, quote, confirmed he had oral sex and engaged, this is not in quotes, engaged in the alleged digital pursuits.
So digits are fingers.
So that's what they mean.
But I thought, when I initially read this story, I was like, digital pursuits. So he started a YouTube page.
Yeah. I don't understand.
We're on TikTok now.
Pursuits.
I'm on top of her and we're both on TikTok.
That's right.
And we're done in 60 seconds.
That's right. Hey, there you go. That's
my favorite Nick Cage movie.
According to
and my favorite Nick Cage TikTok.
According to both parties, police reported the sexual activity, quote, was all consensual. Love that we got that information.
Solid.
There we
Good.
go. That makes me happy. And
Gormley,
although I wonder if she talked him into it.
Gormley and McClellan, right here. Come on, this is our life. It's the moment.
Do you want me to do it? Do you want me
to be a part of this?
Do you want me to do it? Say their names again.
Gormley and McClellan.
The new Rizzoli and Isles.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Were spotted, cops say, around what time? When do you think this happened? Now, gentlemen, do you remember?
We know.
I know. So
fuckers.
I know. It's a bummer.
But it's going to be fun to hear Rob guess.
Okay. Rob, what time do you think?
Rob will guess, and then I'll see if I can actually remember.
Well, wait, because you said people only saw it if they slowed down. So
right. So it obviously can't be
actually at night.
I don't know. What do you think?
Because you might be able to see it if it's full daylight, right?
That's right. You'd be able to see. You'd be able to see a series of. But
you don't think these two know how to find the light?
Yeah. So they've lit themselves with their own cell phones. Who knows?
I mean, they're at an intersection.
I don't know. What do you think?
What do you think, Rob?
I mean, just based on the way you're telegraphing here, I'm going to guess it's like 9 a.m. or noon or something.
Oh, wow. 9 a.m. or noon. I think it was 2:45, if I can remember correctly.
PM?
That's right. 2:45.
Okay.
PM.
Okay.
PM.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will find out what time of day these two decided to roadside
If the Sklars remembered or if
best
Rob is
cliffhanger ever.
Right on the money. Do you want to go with noon or 9? We're going to lock you in. You want noon or 9?
Noon.
Okay, noon. All right. When we come back, we'll talk about Rob's new project, and we'll get the answer as to when they were actually engaging.
It's Friday. It's Dumb People Town. Don't go anywhere.
Stick around. Make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Guys, I want to talk about the unbelievable cache of products that I got from Hawthorne. They're amazing, and I have to keep them away from my family. They want to steal all of my shampoos. They love the body wash. They love the.
Here's why I love the body wash. How many times do you put on body wash? And I've used a lot of
body wash.
Okay, so how many times you put on body wash? Because we've been to tons of hotels that have the body wash, and as soon as you put it on your body, it's gone. And you're like, wait, that just went away?
Yeah.
Like, that's not doing its job.
Yeah.
This body wash is thick, luxurious, fantastic.
The shampoo
I love it. The shampoo is great.
fantastic.
The hand soap, Hinoki wood. I once had my hand.
There it is.
It smelled real good. Hinoki wood.
I don't know which way you're going with it, but it is. So I tried everything. All right. So I am now an expert on Hawthorne products. The face lotion is amazing. How beautiful does my skin look?
It's
the
fantastic.
face lotion, the hand lotion is amazing. The sunscreen for your face is incredible. Again, the shampoos are amazing and unbelievable. The Hinoki wood hand wash. All of their products are made, first of all, they look beautiful. So to have all these products out in your house, it looks beautiful. Not that should matter more than the product itself, because the product itself is incredible.
Unreal.
I'm literally speaking from the heart here.
Hooked.
I'm so hooked on these things. They will be forever what I use. And it's natural. The smells are so good. They have scents that you just normally don't see, that you can mix you take a quiz on the thing. It says, what do you like? And then they sort of pair you up with the scents that based on the quiz that you take. It's a very thoughtful and organic way to get you into the products that you use.
And if you really love what they got going, you can put yourself in for orders where they refresh it every month. And that's another thing. So you don't have to think about it and go to the store and
I'm going to say this as we head into gift giving season.
I mean, that's what I was going to say.
Daniel?
No, I was going to say, treat yourself, but also this is a great way to treat somebody else for something that they're going to use all the time and love.
And support our show.
And just get yourself great products. Hawthorne is a fun and convenient way to get super high quality products.
Tell them what they got to do.
Tailored specifically. Get special offers for the holidays going on right now by visiting hawthorne.co. That's HAWTHORNE.co to check out their special holiday offers. Hawthorne.co. I'm telling you,
I'm all in on this
We've
stuff.
stumbled upon something amazing, and I love being able to share it with you. Hawthorne.co. Try that Hinoki wood. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Unreal.
Hey, Townies, we all want to make healthy choices, but there's barely enough time to chew, let alone cook a healthy meal. Making healthy food is easy, though, with BlendJet, your
love these
blender
guys.
on the go. BlendJet is the original portable blender that makes it easy to create a fresh meal anytime.
Anywhere.
We're all keeping ourselves busy. We're on the go. We're finding our way in this new world. Plus, the holidays are already stressful enough. So it's a time when you're making enough bad eating choices, or like me, you're just stress eating all the time anyway.
Enough with the greasy takeout, guys.
But how about this? When your bananas that you bought at the store are turning brown and you're like, I don't know if I can just eat that as a banana. Blend it up. Blend it up. Make a smoothie.
BlendJet is so good. It's compact. It's lightweight, around the same size as your favorite water bottle. Think about that, guys.
That's a blender that's it's that size. Boom.
It packs big blender power. The new and improved Blender Jet 2 quietly crushes through ice and frozen fruit. Make that smoothie you want. Instead of making the bad choice, make that smoothie you want.
Yeah, it's great. You're always 20 seconds away from a fresh smoothie or protein shake. It can even make cocktails. Now, come on.
Come on now.
The thing I love too is sometimes after I work out, I have this great little powder. It's like a little bit of replenishment powder. I put some of that with some blueberries, some fruit, oat milk,
ice,
and you just throw that in. No matter where I am on the go, if I'm going straight from one thing to another, I have my Blend Jet, and it makes it very easy to.
Blend Jet's the number one blender brand on Instagram with over 17,000 5-star reviews. That's amazing, and over 1 million happy customers, including the three of us. I love this little blender so much.
Blend Jet.
It's so cool, and we've gotten so much great use out of it. You will too.
The great thing is you can try it risk-free with Blend Jet's 30-day money-back guarantee.
I always say this. They don't make a guarantee like that because they're expecting to get all of them sent to them. No one ever sends it back because you love it.
So how do you do it, Dan?
Go to blendjet.com/GPT right now to save an extra 12%. Save an extra 12% at blendjet.com/ this is the important part, DPT.
It lets them know we sent you.
blendjet.com/DPT.
Great holiday gift for you. Check it out.
Hey, Townies, we're nearing the end of 2020 here, and I'm sure that all of us have felt the effects of it. It's been a rough year in many different ways for a lot of people.
Yeah.
If it hasn't, you and I probably don't share the same feelings on things.
It's been rough.
But you know what? There's a product called Headspace, and it's actually a service as much of a product. I use it, and I think that it would be something that you could use in your life too. It's great because it goes beyond just quick fixes. It's a daily meditation. It's a dose of mindfulness in the form of guided meditations in an easy-to-use app. It's called Headspace.
So, Dan, this is the thing that I hear the most because Randy and I meditate, and I know you do as well. The biggest hurdle is that people say, well, I don't know how to do it, or how do I get into it, or can someone show me what to do? This app shows you how to do it, guides you through it.
It literally takes your hand, or it figuratively takes your hand and walks you through the pathway to lower your stress.
Yeah, and it's for you on your time. There's no way to do it wrong. It's all about just doing it, and Headspace is one of the best places to do that, to just work a little bit on your mental health and to feel a little bit better, or at least make inroads toward trying to get that way. They're one of the only meditation apps advancing the field of mindfulness and meditation through clinically validated research. So whatever the situation, Headspace really can help you feel better. If you're overwhelmed, Headspace has a 3-minute SOS meditation for you to use right then. If you need some help falling asleep, Headspace has wind down sessions. Their members swear by.
So valuable.
And for parents, it's a very stressful time for parents. Headspace even has morning meditations that you can do with your kids.
Amazing.
Their approach to mindfulness can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost focus, and increase your overall sense of well-being. In my personal time with it, it's taking that couple of minutes, whether it is on a walk or it's just making a little space I'm going to sit in my own apartment, or going to a park and socially distance, just kind of trying to clear my thoughts. It's been great for me for that. It's no wonder that it's backed by 25 published studies on its benefits, 600,000 5-star reviews, and over 60 million downloads. Headspace makes it easy for you to build a life-changing meditation practice with mindfulness that works for you on your schedule, anytime.
It's worth it.
Anywhere. Guys, I'm going to say this to you. You trust us, at least with your comedy needs. I'm going to say, trust me a little bit with your health needs, because you deserve to feel happier. And Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/DPT. That's Headspace, HEADSPACE.com/DPT for a free 1-month trial. You spaced that out right? You can use that month during the holidays.
That's right.
With access to Headspace full library of meditations for every situation, you're going to be covered. This is the best deal offered right now. So head to headspace.com/DPT today.
As you know, guys, this is the pandemic, and we are at home, and I'm doing a ton more walking. I'm walking 6 to 10 miles a day. It is insane, but I cannot just walk out and listen to the world. I have to be listening to something else. Podcasts. I listen to music. I talk on the phone to people, and I get it all out when I'm walking. It is a great way to combine those two things. and I needed great earbuds. I needed ones that actually canceled out all the noise around me.
That
Fit
your ears well.
Fit my ears, and again, gave me great sound through and through. And I found them. They're my Raycon earbuds. I love them so much. The everyday E25 earbuds.
That's the ones
I
we
think
have.
they're the best ones yet. 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing.
I like the fact that if you take one out, it doesn't stop whatever you're listening to.
It keeps it going.
Keeps it going.
More compact design, so it fits you. The noise isolating fit. They're stylish and discreet. No dangling wires or stems. This is, I'm telling you, they were co-founded by Ray J. Everybody, and everybody's on board, including me. I'm telling you, you guys have talked to me on the phone on my Raycons. I sound great.
Yeah.
Right? Give them a try. Raycon has a 45-day free return policy, so you can make sure that the pair of wireless earbuds for you. Again, we are operating in a world right now where people are working from home.
Right.
You're doing your calls from home.
You don't want to zone out. Like, I've been listening to a lot of the Waterfall 2, the new My Morning Jacket album on them, and I'm like, you just go for a walk, put on that, and hear it perfectly. And
hear
clear.
everything, every little bit of what they're trying to do. So for limited time, get 15% off your order.
So that's great. It's already not as expensive as other products.
So reasonably priced, but you get even more at buyraycon.com/DPT. That's BUYRAYCON.com/DPT for a special 15% discount on Raycon wireless earbuds. Again, for the holidays, if you're thinking of a good gift to get for someone or get for yourself, make sure to check it out now while the deal is running. Buyraycon.com/DPT.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Rob Kutner.
Well, before we get to Rob Kutner, for Christ's sake,
I was going to say Rob Kutner's with us. Before
we've got a live Dumb People Town. We've got your Christmas party that you're gonna, and your Hanukkah party and your Kwanzaa party. You know, COVID restrictions are getting clamped down, and so you probably won't be able to go out to any party. This is going to be your party on 12/12.
So easy to remember. That's a Saturday night, 6:30 West Coast time, 7:30 Mountain, 9:30
There's a pre-show
East.
hang, a post-show hang. Those are like shows in their own right. We're going to be doing Malortnog shots.
Oh, God.
Dear God.
I'm not. No, I'm not. It's going to be fun. And the guests are the guys from the Dollop, Dave Anthony and Gareth Reynolds. So it's Dollop People Town, and our musical guest is the amazing Mac Lethal. If you don't know who he is, go look him up on YouTube. Some of his videos are unbelievable. He's fantastic, super fast rapper, very clever, very cool, and he's going to be fantastic on the show. So go to eventbrite.com, look up Live Dumb People.
We're raising money for charity too. Where we Jeff Tice made an unbelievable poster for the show, which we will sign posters and send those out to people.
Right now, if you go
t-shirts.
on at least my social media, I think the Scholars might be up by now or in the next day or two. You can see all that artwork. 100% of the proceeds from posters or T-shirts go to the charities we are raising money for.
One for elders and one for kids.
Yep, it's a hard time for the elderly who can be lonely around this time, and then obviously there's a ton of children and family in need. So yeah, go to Eventbrite, look up Dumb People Town, or just go to danielvankirk.com. And you can find the link
as well as all the other events that Dan's doing, which are amazing.
Live Pen Pals on the 28th, and then so many other great hangs. But go to Daniel Van Kirk for all that stuff. If you want to hang out with me and do something fun,
which is always fun. Rob Kutner, you're working on a number of projects right now, but you've got one that we want to get out to people and let people know, and that's why
one of the reasons
we love having you on. But please tell people what it is and how they can see it and
consume it.
If you're a part of it, it's amazing. I know.
Listen, I did not come onto a podcast to plug, but
no, I know.
But
if we have to force you into a penetrative sex act here on just
one of several,
figuratively
plug it,
one of at least 7.
This is your form of plugging.
One of a series.
I have a new. I'm a late night vet. I worked for the Daily Show with Jon Stewart and Conan, and now I had the opportunity to create my own sort of. It's more of a fact-based comedy show in the vein of John Oliver or Samantha Bee or one of those, Adam Conover, one of those.
Yep.
And it's called Gander, and it's on the Tubi channel, which you guys may have seen on your Roku or your cable dial. But Tubi is kind of like a free Netflix, which gets a really huge random library of stuff and some second-run things, like they get the Masked Singer like the week after it airs.
Nice.
Like that. Anyway, they have our show Gander on it, and it has a ton of comedians. Probably a bunch of people you've had on before, Lewis Black and Oscar Nunez and some of the kids in the hall and
awesome.
Erica Rhodes and Rachel Dratch, just a bunch of people. And basically they're 15-minute episodes, and they all kind of take on some evergreen topics, and not something from like the news, not like politics or parties, but like one of them is about like how shitty companies are about like exploiting people who lost loved ones or who were in mourning, like the way that like, you know, funeral homes and like hospice fraud and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how we like kind of like people exploited 9/11. So it's things like that.
Who exploited 9/11? Rudy Giuliani.
Who?
That's phenomenal, and I love you. Always in whatever project you do, you're always like, "Hey, would you guys want to?" And you can't even get it out because we're always like, "I'll do it. We'll do it. Yes,
we'll do
in.
it. Yes, we'll do Gander next season. When you
Yes, we're gonna do Gander. All right, fine.
We will do
you
it.
Talked us into it. All right, Rob. Jesus. But that's awesome.
The last thing I want to say is that unlike those shows, like we tried to make it like those shows are for smart people, I would say to some extent.
Sure.
Like you're kind of already like clued in and it just gives you more information. This is for people who are like, just like, I don't want to say dumb people, but dumb people on brand, right?
Yeah.
So this is for people who are not so into the news and stuff. And it's just like full of like really dirty comedy sketches and animations and songs. And it's like it's like the facts are make the argument all the way through, but it's mostly like ridiculous sketches and insane visuals and stuff like that.
Which, coming from your brain and your mind, I'm very excited about this show. Gander on the Tubi channel. You can find it on Roku and whatnot. Will it be on any other platform, or is that the only place to see it?
It could be if people pick up on it and they like it and someone wants to buy it, we can take it to someone else if we want like
Awesome.
that. So.
I love it.
It's cooling its heels right now, but you know it's open for
how many episodes did you guys do?
6.
Great.
6.
Great.
Awesome.
Simple. Easy.
Right. Check it out.
People are always looking for something to watch between now and the holidays. This is a fantastic and perfect thing
Roll
to do.
through them.
I love it. Gander on the Tubi network. And
all right, Dan, what time?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Gormley and McClellan.
The new Rosolian Isles.
I said it.
We're spotted in the acts.
In the series of acts at
Digital Pursuits.
2:45 p.m.
Yes. I remember it. I'm
Is
sorry.
Digital Pursuit the dirty version of Trivial Pursuit?
I hope
It is.
so.
Okay.
I'll play it. Gormley and McClellan.
Except
I'll get a piece of
Genus
that.
edition is penis edition.
Well, I mean, everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie.
Hey.
I love pie. They were charged with lewd and lascivious behavior and felony and booked into the
Dan, do you
county
like
jail.
pumpkin pie?
Are you fucking joking my ass? Yes, dude.
Pumpkin more
I
than pecan.
eat an
Could you
entire
eat a whole
pumpkin pie every year.
Every Thanksgiving, you eat a whole pumpkin
Dan,
pie.
I will break my diet and eat a pumpkin pie with you.
Oh, it's the best.
It's
man.
my favorite thing in the world.
I
Let's
know.
do it next time we
Rob,
record.
are you
I'm
a
in.
pumpkin
I'm not
pie
joking.
fan?
I am, and our kids are not so much that like that we have to hoard the Trader Joe's pumpkin puree. It only comes out seasonally, so we like when it comes out. Our kids demand it year round.
Okay.
So like we have a stock of it, so we have pumpkin pie like every 2 months. I think.
I would lie to them
You're
and be
a
like,
great
"It only
father.
comes out now, guys."
You're
I mean, there's
a
it only
great
once a year.
goddamn dad.
You are a great dad.
like the cream egg. It's like the cream egg. Yeah.
Dude, where do you go to get
it.
your pumpkin pie, Dan?
I go to Rochelle, Illinois, courtesy of Diane Swanson, Connie Doherty, or
They
Rosemary
make it
Van
and
Kirk.
send
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god!
No,
I'll
I don't know.
just
I
buy
don't.
it in
I
the
don't. They've
store,
never
wherever they
sent
get
it
it.
to me.
I
but-
just go to Bristol Farms. They make a good one here.
God damn.
Just telling you, not for nothing.
Yeah, pecan pie is way low down on the list for
Pumpkin
me.
pie is insane.
Banana cream, coconut cream,
Yes.
French silk.
Yes.
I can't
You
go
guys,
down
I'm
this
gonna
road.
I'm gonna have to push back because pecan pie is probably my favorite.
I
but
love
only
that you
because
love it because you get to have all that, and then I'll have the other kind.
We shall divide the kingdom between us.
We will slice the
Kingdom of
pie.
pies.
You will each get your
Yeah.
slice of the pie.
This is how the Mongols did it, by the way.
It's like when somebody tries to tell me that cake's way better. I'm like, I need you to keep liking cake because
Yes.
that's more pie
You
for
take
me.
all the cake.
Have all that goddamn
Wait,
sheet
can
cake.
I just defend pecan pie for 10
Sure.
seconds?
100%.
Please, make
I
your
like
case.
it.
Because it's a weird thing, but what I like about it is, I mean, first of all, I'm Southern, so it probably
Yeah.
comes from like
Yeah, of
the
course,
background, and
yeah.
also people start introducing chocolate and bourbon into it, like then it's like a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even like the straight up pecan pie is what I love is that it's like it's crust,
Yep.
it's
Love
nuts,
it.
and then it's just corn syrup goo.
Yeah.
It's just like a
filling in the
gel-
middle and then salty nuts
So
on
my
top.
wife's mother, when she was alive, may she rest in peace, she made my favorite dessert of all time, and it is a pie. It's called Banafi Pie. It's a famous, very few people make it, but it's unbelievable.
Banafi
It's got
pie.
a not flaky, but kind of thick, gooey, awesome crust that goes around it. It's toffee, like like caramel toffee in the center. That's the whole pie. Then banana slices around the outside, and then
espresso kind of an espresso cream around the edge of that. It is. Dan, would you like a hot apple pie?
Yes, dude.
Okay. Do you like a cherry pie?
Have you ever had the hot apple? Haven't you guys had the apple
What are you,
pie?
Forrest Gump here? What is this?
Jones on Santa Monica?
No.
They do the apple pie. Oh my God. It's unreal.
Do you Alamo it or do you
Yeah,
just
of course it comes Alamo.
Sorry, Dan.
Like literally,
I knew
could go
this
down
about you,
road.
by the way. Jay just tried to make Alamode sound like someone's name. You know,
verb.
Alan Mode.
That'd be a cool ass name.
I thought you meant like Alamo, like never, never forget.
Never forget the
Never forget the
Never
Alamo.
forget the Alamo.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but like I had finally reached the pinnacle of my career where basically every city I would go to, someone would bring me pies.
I know. Yes, I know.
Remember we had all those pies brought to the
Intel
House.
Wow, that's
Intel House
amazing.
and
Yeah.
in Tulsa.
Someone would make the tiny ones. Not in Tulsa. Yeah, was it in Tulsa? No, we're Bell House.
Bell House, we had a whole thing
Yes.
of mini pies. I think
And I ate one.
Katie
Yeah.
brought them.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So
All right,
everywhere you went, people loved you or thought you'd lost a loved one.
Yes, I'll take it. Whatever their reason.
Or thought you had just moved into the neighborhood. All right, 2:45.
2:45
p.m. They're having sex on the side. PM.
McClellan was also hit with a misdemeanor charge of possession of synthetic marijuana. This is something I love.
Yeah.
McClellan was convicted in 2018 on misdemeanor theft charge for stealing cat litter and peppermint tea from a Walmart.
That's got meth written all over it. Civilized.
Oh my God.
All right.
What a thing to steal.
So you heat those up and that makes meth, right?
I have no idea. Or pie.
Rob
But
Kutner.
that's the secret recipe for Banafi Pie, actually.
That is.
Kitty litter,
Kitty litter.
tea, synthetic marijuana.
Guys, I don't want to give away the store here on this.
I don't know, Sklar, you might remember. We're going to get out of here on these two fun questions. How old do you think Sean McClellan is?
I know. I don't.
Damn,
I can't
I know.
remember.
Okay.
Rob,
I
how old
remember.
do you think Sean McClellan is?
But here's the thing. So it could either be like the impetuousness of youth, or it could
Yeah.
be the like I've broken my life. Of
Sure.
This is me on my. This is my swan song. This is Act 3.
This is my recent divorce move. Divorce move.
This is my something's got to give.
That's a tough one. I'm going to say just from the sheer like invincibility feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess like teens.
So
like or like early 20s maybe.
Pick one. Pick a day. Pick an age.
I hate
Pick one.
this-
You can't
hate this kind of-
narrow it off. You
It's
can't
a
fence it
guessing
off.
game.
All right, 22.
22 years old, Randy.
I think 26.
26 years old.
Jay, you know it, so you I can't know. participate. All right.
Sean McClellan, and then we will do Amber. Sean McClellan
is
30 years old.
Oh, the price was wrong.
All right, now before we leave,
He's old enough to know.
how old
Yeah.
His Saturn has returned.
is Amber Gormley? And I will remind everyone, we are leaving here, but if you're a Patreon member, you're going to get a just for you Dumb People Town personal story from Rob. So jump over on the Patreon if you haven't done that already to make sure you get
The
this
extra content.
fun. Yeah.
All right, so Rob, how old do you think Amber is?
I thought you were going to say that you're going to reveal Amber's age if you do the
No,
Patreon.
that'd be
That's
good.
cold.
Hold one That's what we fact. should
That's
do.
cold.
That's what we should do. All right, so Rob, what do you think? How old is she?
Oh, well, okay. So first of all, I want to, in my defense, I think 30 is the new 50.
That's right. Thank you. When it comes to math,
So then she's gotta be-
kitty glitter.
She's got to be way younger. It's just my guess.
So what do you think?
So I'm going to go with like 17.
30.
Wow.
17. She's only 17. I'm gonna go older. I think she has a hold on him. I think, and I can't remember how old she is, but I think 43.
43 years
She's
old.
13 years older than him.
Which means this
All
whole
right,
thing
I like
started
this.
out with her saying,
You don't love me enough.
I was going to say, where are you going? Who are you? Come here. And
You
then-
don't love me
What's
enough.
your
name?
Okay.
Jay.
Do you
You never
remember,
take
Jay?
me anywhere.
I remember, so I
Damn,
can't say.
Jay, you're good at remembering.
I know, and
can't
I'll
remember.
tell you my theory about them as well when Dan reveals.
Okay. We will leave you all with this and
And my
Jason's
theory.
Amber Gormley, male prostitute, doesn't it feel like it fits?
Totally.
Is
Fred Garvin.
39 years old.
Oh, so I was
Yeah.
right. So here's my thing.
I think she used to babysit him.
No,
they
she-
ran into each other at a bar that they shouldn't have even been at, nor should it have been open. She was like, I think I remember you.
She said, "Let me put you to bed now." She was his teacher in high school. She
And-
was
and his teacher
34.
on the
He
road.
was 25. He was a 25-year-old senior. It
then
felt
boom.
like it was appropriate.
And
She said, "I'll talk to you after class." 5
If you're
years later,
if you're
boom.
a senior in high school and you can rent a car,
That's saying you're too old. You are too old. Dan,
He
I
said,
like
can
your
we have lack of class outside today?
exactly.
A lot of lack of class in Dumb People Town.
That is, I will give these guys credit. As dumb as they are, they were practicing safe. At least they were outside.
They were outside. Everybody was consenting.
She was age appropriate, and so was he.
Yeah.
So and for some brief moment, they allowed traffic to slow down so that no one would get.
She was getting vitamin D and actual D.
Yeah.
She was.
We got to walk off on that. If you like the comedy of Rob Kutner on this show, take a gander at Gander. It's on the Tubi channel, and follow him and all the great things that he does. And then pop over to our Patreon, join the Patreon, and you'll hear some cool stories as well. And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.